Hey world builders, welcome back to Build Together. This is day 126. Today's prompt comes from Nugget in the Discord server, and the prompt is, what are some beauty standards and fashion trends in your world? So fashion is one of my weaker things in real life and in world building, and so this took me a little while, but I had some fun with it, and I developed some Ornsiirian fashion. So sometime after the Meta War, the upper class, the upper crust, the wealthy elite of the Ornsiire Empire, the Hera and the Hertigs, began to realize that they had a lot of wealth left over, and they were trying to find new ways to display this status very publicly. And one of these that began to come up was fashion. Expensive clothing that beget finery. The Ornsiire Empire had been so known for drab clothing and uniforms that delineated class that there was a little bit of a desire to override some of that image. And so we have a couple of things here. One of these is a very typical upper class piece of clothing, and the other is one for the lower class. And so the Gyi, Gyi, is named after a famous fashion designer, one of the very recent ones of the Ornsiire Empire, named Gyeonggi Sas. It's this military uniform inspired thing. It's kind of like a wrap that is fully just full cloth on the front, and that wraps to the back about the center, and then has like three clasps, one on the top, the bottom, and the middle. But the thing about the gi is not really its shape so much as it has anywhere from 10 to like 30 little tassels with clasps on them for the purpose of holding jewelry. So it is like an additional way to show off bejeweled wealth. A very rich might even show off like full-on minor stones, which are extremely expensive, anywhere from like diamonds to these things. And with the lower class, there is the platvood. The platvood is this strange-looking hat that sits very flush with the top of the head. It tapers from the back, or it tapers from the front, where it's about yay wide, to like here on the back, kind of. It stretches a little bit back the past of the head. It's just become a very popular piece of kind of functional wear, but also just a way to set yourself apart from your fellow lower class Brukare peers. Some people have begun to mess around with the platvood a little bit, like cutting the corners or adding a little knob on the top that allows it very easily to be taken off and on, because it does have like a little surrounding circumference cap piece around the head that helps it kind of stay on. But overall, it has begun to continue to take on popularity, and a bunch of people are kind of tussling for ownership of the idea. Who first created the platvood? What are some beauty standards and fashion trends in your world? Thanks for building together.